Hello, beautiful Sagittarius, my fiery friends. How goes it? I hope fantastic. This is going to be your reading for the month of June 2021. If you saw the last weekly reading I did, I used this double deck of tarot cards, which I'm kind of enthralled with. So I'm going to continue on that theme for the moment because I love having all these cards. It means that if something really wants to show itself strongly, it can come out twice, which I absolutely love. Now, off camera, I have shuffled like a mad fool, so I will just do a little more in front of you so that you know they are not completely unshuffled, although I shuffled by separating the cards and, you know, doing them in two parts and then putting things back together, and like they have really had a good damn shuffle. That's a good card. Maybe I should have kept that out, but you know what? If it's meant to be, it will come out. I haven't had any doubles of the Ten of Cups. In fact, I haven't had the Ten of Cups at all in a long time. So maybe it's meant to be. Let's find out. Oh, and the other thing I wanted to tell you was there will be an extended video that you can click on if you want to see it after this one, which will be more for you, which I'm going to do with the Druid Craft Tarot deck, another one I have a double of. And that one is a little bit different. I'm not super familiar. Like, some of the meanings are exactly the same, but some are a bit different, and some of them are very specific. So I don't know how accurate they are, but I'm going to test them on you guys, and you can tell me, because I'm going to read it straight out of the book. I'm not going to do any of my own embellishment. I might tell you, like, oh yeah, this is how I would normally read this card, or this is an added piece that I've never heard of before, whatever. But that way you can have another new tarot experience. And if there's anything specific you want me to add into these readings, any new spreads or new cards or new anything, let me know and I'll try to make it happen. So let's just pull 12 cards. I can't stand when there's a fluff, and see where we get. Ooh, the Magician. Power, power, power. How I love the Magician. And fire signs and the Magician are very, very special. Ooh, this is a really powerful reading. These two keep coming out together. So strange. All the shuffling in the world is not... Oh, shit. I hate this card so much. Sorry, children. Okay, here we go. God damn. These Swords cards, honestly. Now, these look terrible, but we can make this work. This one is a little bit more intense. Let's do a flippity-floppity here. And just look at these guys, because they're miserable cards. Well, these two are miserable. This one's super miserable. But let's unpack it and see what we can do with this, because you've got a lot of fantastic stuff going on. So let's not make it too horrible. So this card is some serious pain. You're not really getting stabbed with these swords, but you feel like you are. I mean, this is backstabbing to the max. You feel betrayed. Betrayal, betrayal, betrayal. I don't know if it's something that's really happening or if it's something you believe is happening, but either which way, the result is the same. Okay, so this is pretty heavy duty, this feeling. Then we've got this card, which in the sight of this, which sucks already, then we've got feeling powerless, feeling like your hands are tied, feeling like you can't see all the things you need to see to get clarity here. So this is pretty painful, especially when it's all sort of mushed together. Now, this card isn't fantastic, but it has some good parts to it. Here you are in motion, you're moving forward, you're doing your thing. Sometimes this means a journey over water. Sometimes it means a figurative journey, like you're taking a journey to learn something or to get rid of some baggage or something. And these cards often, or pardon me, these swords often represent baggage that you're carrying with you. You're trying to do the things you need to do and continue to be in motion, but you've got these damn swords, this baggage that is basically a representation of your thoughts. Okay, all of this is your thoughts. So it's not like it's not like a real sword where you can't pull it out and be fine. If you can pull out these thoughts, you actually can be fine. Now, if somebody has actually betrayed you, it depends on who it is, how easy it's going to be to heal those wounds. But you can do it. You absolutely can. You can move on from even the most entrenched people who are with you and you think that you can never get over it. You can move on from this always. Now, the thing is, because this is a general reading, for some of you, this will be really heavy duty. It'll be like a terrible betrayal. For some of you, it'll be much more minor. But it's still significant enough to come up in the reading like this, okay? This one you might be able to pass off as, been carrying this baggage my whole life, whatever, nothing's different. But here you really feel powerless, and here you really feel this sense of betrayal. I mean, think about everything. It could be at your work. It could be with your family. It could be, it doesn't have to be a spouse. It could be a brother. It could be a parent. It could be a zillion things. But whatever it is, like I say, it could be minor or major. But it is coming up here for a reason. I know you can deal with this. We're not going to let this wreck your reading because you've got all this really good stuff. Okay, so let's take the best parts of this reading and kind of save them like gems for the last, because I like to do that. Now, there's nothing terrible about these cards. These are not bad cards or anything, but because they're a little bit more complicated and not so clear-cut yummy as these cards, we're going to go into these cards next. So this card means you're holding on to something. This card can mean a ton of different things. I know that when I get this card, although children are not pentacles, they are part of my world. They are part of what makes me feel secure, and pentacles have to do with security. So, and I happen to have 4 of them. So I know when I get this card, I am holding on to my children, and I don't want to let them go. I'm actually pretty good at letting them go in many, many, many ways. But I don't want to lose them in my life. That I don't want to happen. I mean, if they are with, new people, boyfriends, girlfriends, all that kind of stuff, I think I'm going to roll with that really well, because that means more people in my life that I can bring in. It's going to be a happy event. It's going to be a good event, positive, joyous, all that. I will never be the mother-in-law everybody hates. I have no intention of doing that. That is not my game. It would have to be that they're bad or dangerous for my child for me to be that kind of a person. But other than that, I will adore them, and they will be like more of my children. So I'm excited about all of that. But I still want them as close to me as they can be. It's not always going to go my way. I get that. People have minds of their own. They can fly off wherever they want. But I don't want to let them go ever. And that's just going to be part of my reality. And when I'm really feeling it, I get this card. Now, say you are hanging on to coins or money. A lot of people will perceive this as you being stingy. But there are many reasons that we hang on to money. Maybe you don't have tons. Excuse me, it's spring and I'm basically allergic to everything. It's a very dreary day today. I thought I would not be having this so much, but, it doesn't really help. No. Now it's very damp out, so I'm kind of choking from the dampness. I know that's so ugly. I do apologize, but I can't start over every time I start hacking away. So this can mean so many things. So if you are hanging on to money, it can mean you're trying to save money. Maybe you've got an investment plan and you need that money for that, or buying a new home, also an investment, but something on the go that you need the money. Or maybe it's a gift for somebody you love. Maybe it's a wedding gift or something lovely, or you're going to try to contribute to something they're doing. So there are lots of reasons that are positive that we can't just spend whatever we want. And if that's perceived as stingy or whatever, who really cares? I mean, it's your life. Do what you want. Now, this can mean hanging on to all kinds of things. It can be positive things. It can be negative things. It can be you're trying to hang on to your health. Maybe things are going a little awry and you're really struggling to be healthy and to do all the right things, and it's difficult. You're struggling with that. Maybe it's you're a bit of a hoarder, and you're hanging on to all this stuff, and you got to let go of some of this stuff, and it's not always easy. Whatever it is, you're hanging on to something. A lot of people perceive this card as very, very negative. For me, it totally depends on what you're hanging on to. Sometimes we're the only ones hanging on, so it's okay. You can do what you want. Just think about what it is, and then evaluate and move on from there. You'll work it out. I know you will. And then this card is not considered a negative card, really. It can be, but it isn't chiefly. You've got all these cups, whatever they may be, the 8 of Cups. And there is a gap in this wall o' cups. And so you see this person is going off to find the missing cup, you. So the big question is leaving all these cups behind and sort of unattended worth... I'm so sorry. This is probably the worst coughing attack I've ever had during a reading, but I don't want to bail on it, even with the crappy parts. It is what it is, and I want you to have the info. So the idea is, are you going to go off looking for this missing cup? Is that the right avenue? Now, some people, when they do a reading, it's like, this is what's going to happen. I don't believe that. I think especially when you have the insight to make decisions, you can make decisions. We alter our own fate. We are the masters of our universe. You definitely are, because you've got the magician. We'll get to that after. So anyway, it depends. It depends on what the situation is. You've got lots going on here, lots of things to be passionate about. Maybe your time is just to cultivate this, but depending on what is missing and what you're going after, maybe now is the time to go after it. Maybe you don't have to leave all the cups behind. Maybe there's a way to do both. Sometimes we can be very creative in the way we figure stuff out. So let's hope that's the case if you decide to go after that missing cup. Okay, so now we get to dive into the yummy, good, amazing, rich stuff, okay? So let's start out with the court cards. So we've got, let's flip-flop a little bit here. Let's do these guys first, these court cards, because these might be real people in your life. Okay, so none of them are fire signs like you, Sagittarius, and me. They're all of the other signs. So we've got the Queen of Pentacles. So she's going to be an earth sign. This could be a person you know, Capricorn, Virgo, or Taurus. And she is very earthy, very earth motherish, very good at investing in your future, whether it be financial investments, whether it's, trying to get you to do the healthy thing, always trying to get you to do things that will promote your health and longevity. So that's great. Maybe it's your mom. Could be anybody, your wife, your sister, your friend. Whoever it is, this person is a very strong and positive force. They tend to be kind of slow moving and plan a lot. They like their planning. The earth people, they like tangible things. They like things they can put their hands on and grab, like money. Now, I know health doesn't sound like something tangible that you can grab, but the body is. The body is a tangible. So they like body stuff. So that's earth people. So you've got this queen. She's very good at cultivating things. Very, very good at making things happen, planning, running a good home, a good kingdom, a good everything, and doing all kinds of investment in the future. So if that's somebody you know, great. Then we've got the King of Swords, an air sign. So he would be a Libra, a Gemini, or... I've been doing this all the time lately. I mean, I talk about zodiac signs all the time, and my brain is everywhere, and I can't think. Aquarius, Libra, or Gemini. Or I'll do, like, there are 3. There are only 3 you have to name. And I'll name 2 of them and forget the one. And then when I remember the one, I've forgotten one of the other ones. So it's quite stupid. But when you say them over and over and over and over and over and over, you'd think you would never miss a beat. But sometimes it's the opposite thing. So this guy is a Libra, an Aquarius, or a Gemini, an air sign. And he is very intellectual and very intelligent in the way he moves through his life, always learning, kind of a scholarly sort, always trying to seek the truth and make things very clear. He's a good communicator. So this could be somebody you know, a dad, a brother, a friend, a spouse, whoever. And then we've got the Knight of Cups. So he is a water sign, a Cancer, Pisces, or Scorpio. And when it's the Knight of Cups, he tends to be a bit of a charmer. I mean, look at the guy. He's standing there on his horse. The horse even is in a cute stance. He's got his cup that he's offering to you, this cup of love, this cup of passion, this cup of opportunity. He is fun. He can be a bit artistic. He can be a a very good talker, very convincing person, charming and glib and often very, very good looking, and he can draw you in like no other. So if these are people that you know, you'll understand their place in your life. If the Queen of Pentacles is just a concept, maybe she's waltzing in to help you invest in your health or your wealth. If the King of Swords is presenting here, maybe you need some truth or clarity. Maybe it's about this mess. He's coming to go, screw this nonsense, whip off that blindfold, let's take a look at this really seriously and not be floundering around. Let's be practical here. Let's work this out. I mean, this is your life, and we're going to work it out here and now, and we're going to make this all fine, because we're going to seek the truth, and we're going to figure it out, and we're going to know what's what, and then we're going to move forward based on the facts. We're not going to be all flowery like this guy here, Mr. Cups. Maybe he is coming into your life to make you be a little bit more frivolous. Although, we fire signs don't usually need that. We're pretty good at being frivolous when that's what's needed. And pretty good at doing action. Which is why here we have, now wands are all about action. And here we've got the Two of Wands. And this is you looking at your world. You're trying to figure out, the Queen of Pentacles would approve right now. You're trying to plan out the next move. You're looking at those wands and what you've done and where you've been, and looking at your own little world, trying to figure out what your next move is going to be and what to do in life, what your plans are, what do you want your life to look like. You're really figuring this one out, which is very important for us to do on a somewhat regular basis. So you're trying to figure that out and make a positive plan. Now, while doing that, this is one of the best cards in the deck, the Magician. The Magician is a card that some people never, ever, ever, ever pull. And I am not kidding you. I've done readings for people for a long time where we get the same stuff over and over and over and over again, and not everybody gets the Magician. It is really a power card. And when you get this card, you have the whole skill set of all the suits of the zodiac right at your disposal. You have the wands, which mean you can put something into action. You have the swords, which mean you have the intellect and the ability to cut through the crap to get to the truth. You have the cups, which mean you have the passion and everything good and happening in that regard. You have the pentacles, which means that you have the ability to plan and provide and think out your future and make it happen. Make it happen. But you also have this investment concept underway, which is all about, making sure that you're going to be secure. So you have all of that, and you have the eternity symbol on your head, which means you are a being of eternity. And you've got this stance with the one hand raised in the air and the other one down here, which means as above, so below. It's like you're pulling the powers of the universe from the sky right down to the ground. You're one with the universe, one with, everything that makes us us, every power of earth. So you are utilizing that to create your world. And so I can see why you would be looking to figure out where you want to go in this. You've got all this power, which is fantastic, majestic. And then we have this beautiful, wonderful card, which Six of Wands is sometimes called the Victory card. It's about gaining renown and being recognized for an achievement that you've done. Could be something at work where you maybe get a promotion, or, people recognize you for doing something great. Could be something heroic. Could be something in your personal life where you've sort of saved the day from somebody losing money, or you've helped somebody with something very major. It's a good card all the way around. It means a lot. Then we have this card, another card of like gaining wealth and achievement, because here in the Six of Pentacles, you're doing well. You've worked hard, you're gaining, status, money, all that kind of stuff. So much so that you're in a position to help others. You are in a position to give if you want to do that. And so this is an amazing card. All this investment and stuff pays off. And so you get here. You're putting things into action. You're working hard on action. You have the power to create action. I mean, basically, this is a very good reading. Okay, that's it. I'm going to stop coughing. I'm just going to determine and stop it right now. Work this out. Everything else is about you and your determination. And I think you're on the right path, my darling Sagittarius. Have a wonderful, beautiful month. Look for that extended if you want to click on that just for some extra insight. And be brilliant as you always are, and I hope to talk to you soon.